Good evening, and welcome to the Seven Sense Paranormal Podcast. I'm your host, Laurel Cooper. So, this evening we're going to be talking about Fairlawn Mansion. Now, Fairlawn Mansion is actually right behind me in this photo. So, my friend Terri, so shout out to Terri. Actually, I know it's a little not creepy with the lights. Maybe I can put it down here and make it a little bit more creepy. I don't know. Trying to make it a little spooky. But with the ring light, it's a little hard. Okay. So, Fairlawn Mansion, she wrote me a letter because her and her family actually lived there. Not at the actual mansion, but they lived in the same city. And her mother, I believed, worked for them. I'm not sure. But I did get permission to read her letter first, and then I'm going to go ahead and give you guys more of the details about the house afterwards. But so far, this house is a beautiful, beautiful house. I love this picture. So basically, I had, like I said in my last video, a birthday party where everybody had gotten me gifts and, my clocks and stuff. And one of them was this poster. And so this is the letter that she sent me. I'm not going to read all of it because some of it's not necessary for this podcast. But it's, "Hi, Laurel. Happy belated birthday. I look forward to spending time with you." Let's just say that. Okay. Anyways, this is Fairlawn Mansion. I grew up there in Superior, Wisconsin. As a kid, my friends and I would ride our bikes to Fairlawn and snoop around inside. It was closed up there. Now it's a tourist shop where tours are given throughout the mansion. Lake Superior is right across the street. It was built by a man for his family, the late 1800s, I think. Then it was a child's home. My mother was in the mansion during that time as she had friends who lived there. I don't know what it was between the child's home and becoming the museum tourist attraction. It is said to be haunted. Apparently, there's a young lady who tourists assume is a part of the tour, as she is dressed in period clothing and is walking around. She is not a part of the tour. She is the wife of the man, or her husband, obviously, who was killed by him when they lived there, which I think when I read some other stuff might be a little bit different. I thought you might like this, this interesting, and perhaps it would fit in and go on your wall. When I found this picture, it brought back a lot of memories. I hope you like it. If you found more information, would you let me know? Which I'm going to let you know, Terri. And then happy birthday. Love you lots. So, which, by the way, can we just say her penmanship is freaking beautiful. So she had got this picture made for me, this poster made for me. It's a wonderful, wonderful picture. I love it. It's actually really good quality too, by the way. So wherever you got this from, Terri, this is really good quality. Okay, so Fairlawn Mansion was a home that was built by Martin Pattison, the first mayor of Superior. A former housekeeper who was murdered by her husband's haunts the house. The Patton's family used to sponsor Scandinavian immigrants to America by paying for their passage to the country in exchange for a period of time for their service in the home. Martin Patton was a kind man, usually treated the immigrants as if they were members of the family. After completing her time of service to the Pattons, one servant girl married and moved away with her husband only to be murdered by him shortly thereafter. It is believed that her spirit returned to the Fairlawn Manor because that is where she felt happiest and the most secure during her short time of life. That's that's really sad, but at the same time, like, it's nice to know that people do that. That if you have a really good connection to someplace, like, that's where you would go. I mean, that's where I would go. The house was at one time an orphanage, and two young girls who drowned in the pool haunt the house. Uh, the investigation. I'm reading this off of, also, by the way, heads or shout out to unexplainedresearch.com. So they have a lot of good stuff for this area, and they had the most information about this house. So thank you so much for putting this out there in the world. Anyways, so he was a mining and lumber baron. Was not the first mayor of Superior. He was actually the second, third, and sixth mayor. So I mean, he had some time. He had 42. He had a 42-room mansion, which was constructed in 1889 to 1891, at the cost of $150,000. Are you kidding me? $150,000 then? Well, by George, what is it worth today? The Fairlawn Mansion was built as a family estate of Superior's three-time mayor Martin Pattison. Sorry, I'm trying to like read this at the same time, and it's dark in here. He lived there with his wife Grace and his 6 children from 1891 to 1918. In 1918, Grace Pattison donated Fairlawn to the Superior Children's Home and Refuge Association to be used as an orphanage. It was a home to approximately 2,000 children from 1920 to 1962. During that time, the pool was empty and never used. No children ever drowned there. There is no record of any children dying in the house. However, records from that period have been sealed from the county or by the county. In 1963, the mansion was slated for demolition and was purchased by the city of Superior for $12,500 and has operated as a city-owned museum ever since. So I guess that's where, when you ask where the orphanage to the museum, there really was no turnover. It was an orphanage, and then it went to the city and then turned into a museum. We are unable to confirm the story of the murderous servant girl. So the ghost of the murdered servant girl haunts the mansion. Her apparition in 1890s dress is frequently mistaken for the museum tour guides, since they dress in period clothes. And she will help lost visitors find specific displays and then vanish in thin air. That's a lot different than being a part of the tour. I thought when she first wrote that meant like she was like an art time of clothes, a part of the tour, walking around with the guests. She was actually a tour guide for that. That's pretty sweet, though. I mean, think about it. That's really sweet. Like, she loved that house so much. She loves this house so much. She's come back to help other people and to be kind of like a tour guide. Like, hey, look at the house I love. I used to work here, kind of thing. My gosh, this story is a beautiful story. I mean, not that someone got murdered, but I mean, this is so sweet so far. Okay. The ghosts of the 2 young girls have been reported in the basement playing near the swimming pool. That's not sweet. That sucks. People experience a cold, damp chill in the air whenever the ghost of the servant girl is present. After hours, the lights have been seen in windows in the upper floors. Faces have been seen pouring out the window or peering out the windows. Pouring, that's crazy. Hello, Laurel. A figure has been seen in the tower. Okay, so there's way more than just 3, it sounds like. According to an employee of the museum, nothing paranormal has been reported during the 2 years she's worked there. There have been no sightings of a phantom tour guide or spirits by the pool. She believes the stories originated by the creative director of the museum, who worked there several years ago, and the tour guides and local residents have established and contributed to the story. Okay, she confirmed that lights have been seen in the windows after the museum is closed, but explained that the guides frequently forget to shut off the lights in some of the rooms after the last tours of the day. Except for the 3-week period during Christmas, the employees did not dress in period clothes. Okay, so he actually really investigated this, the reputation and everything. So credit to him. Here's his site. I don't know if you can see it. Okay, here is the house again. And here is so that's pretty cool. Anyways, so I really appreciate this, Terri. I think a lot of people have said that this place is haunted with the paranormal. And, maybe one tour guide didn't have experiences, but maybe others did. So, this is not going to be a really long video. I wanted to actually get Terri in here to talk to me. I don't know if it's going to be in person or on Zoom, but I did want to talk to her about stories of her going down there with her friends on her bike and what did she see? Because she was there when it wasn't anything really. It was just a mansion. It wasn't a children's home and it wasn't this. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. And she snooped around in there. So I was dying to find out what she saw. So, right now I wanted to tell the story though, because I didn't read all of this through until I was on the camera. I wanted to kind of read it with you guys. I read the first part of it and I read her letter. But I kind of wanted to experience this more with you guys. And this was the one I found the most information on that wasn't just a tourist thing, but actually gave the owners, the husband, the wife, they had a servant. So I hope you guys like it. I will be doing some more videos in the future with Terri. I want to do one video just having her explain everything she went through and what she experienced and how many times did she do this and did her friend see anything, and just curious. And then also another video I'll be doing soon about my other friend who I said, Rachel. I have some clips from her house and they're pretty compelling evidence that she does have something there. So I'm going to be having a video discussing what happened there and then showing clips. So this video, because it's me again solo and there's no actual videos or whatever, but I do have something here that shows what I'm talking about. I'm doing it this way today. But tomorrow I'm definitely going to be doing a video that just shows more of what we went through. Because there was doorbell chimes going off and stuff. So I don't want to give everything away. But I already gave some stuff away. It went really crazy. But I am going to be talking more about that. So I hope you guys enjoy your night, and I love you all, and just stay safe out there, and bye.